Ashley Salazar says, I'm on a payment plan. Does this cover what I owe for state tax and federal tax? The answer, Ashley, is no. If you're only on one payment plan right now for back taxes, that payment plan is with one taxing authority and one taxing authority only. So if you have an IRS payment plan, an IRS installment agreement set up, you would need to set up a separate payment plan or a separate installment agreement with your state taxing authority. Okay, so you would have two payment plans at that point, one with the IRS, one with your state. States have different terms for their payment plans than the IRS does. Okay, one thing to keep in mind is that states often have a longer time to collect a tax debt than the IRS does. The IRS has a 10-year time limit to collect a tax debt. I've covered this in my video on the IRS statute of limitations, link to that video at the top of the screen. States often have 20 years to collect a tax debt. So this kind of changes the calculus a bit when it comes to how you're going to deal with the IRS versus how you're going to deal with the state. So we have clients who will often qualify for an offer in compromise with the IRS, but they're not going to qualify for an offer in compromise with the state. So one strategy there is, okay, let's get them into an installment agreement with their state that they can afford. Well, guess what? That installment agreement payment to the state, it helps to reduce their disposable income and therefore reduce their offer amount to the IRS with their IRS offer in compromise, okay? So each taxing authority that you owe money to has to be treated differently, and you have to enter into a resolution with each one. Other federal and state differences. With the IRS, there's generally a 6-year rule when it comes to tax return filing compliance. In general, the IRS is not going to pursue unfiled tax returns for longer than 6 years ago. Okay, sometimes they do. You know, if there's an RO, we routinely see it where they got manager approval and they're demanding tax returns older than 6 years ago. Okay, well, with states, there's generally no such rule, right? So oftentimes, any given state, in order to get into a resolution with that state, they're going to require you to file more than 6 years of tax returns if you haven't filed it in longer than 6 years. Okay, so that's just, there are differences between federal and state when it comes to tax resolution, Ashley, and I want to make sure that you know that. And this might be getting a little too advanced here, but you know, here in California, we're routinely working with not just one state taxing agency, not two, but three. Right? So we often get this. We often have business owners who come to us with big business tax problems. Okay, payroll, sales tax. Oftentimes we end up getting them in 4 different resolutions. Okay, sometimes 5. If you know, sometimes there's one with the IRS at the personal level, one with the IRS at the business level, and then sometimes there's one with the California FTB for personal income tax, maybe another one with the FTB for corporate income tax, one with the California EDD for state payroll tax, and one for the California CDTFA for state sales and use tax, right? So each one of those agencies, you need to get a resolution into each one. I don't know what state you're in, Ashley, or if this is for personal or business tax. I assume it's personal, but just, you know, at a very basic level, if some of the stuff I said was getting to the weeds too much, if you have one payment plan with the IRS and one payment plan with the state, okay, they're not combined into one joint payment plan that covers both tax debts. So anyway, folks, if you'd like to watch the video that Ashley commented on, you can check out that video in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. I have all my tax relief videos you can access in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen in that playlist. If you have back tax debt or unfiled tax returns, give us a call at Choice Tax Relief 866-8000-TAX, or you can visit us at choicetaxrelief.com. There's a link to the homepage right there. Fill out the form, and we'll reach out to you. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.